shot.
So I thought I would just post up a short game practice routine for Big. A few people have asked recently, and obviously he's normally always just posting his long drives and his ball striking, so this gives you an idea of a 90-minute short game session, something that we'd typically do. We might change around the order.
Oh!
That's the last one. So with this first part here of his bunker play, this is 20 minutes of bunker play we'll start with, and he will just be trying different shots, sort of more sand, sometimes you see with these types of shorter bunker shots he'll play like a chunkier one, and then with the longer ones he'll really try and nip it and play a higher shot up there. So yeah, I mean, ever since we went to Dan Grieve about 15 months ago now, he's obviously the short game master. His game's really transformed around the greens with his chipping and his bunker play. He loves being in bunkers now, which is obviously helpful, because he doesn't like going in bunkers, but sort of he looks forward to hitting the bunker shot when he gets in there, so that's nice.
Oh, just like that.
And so what we tend to sort of work on is nice wide stance, weight on the left side there,
Great shot.
hinging the club on the way back, and then just really getting that club round to the left on the way through. Something again that he picked up from Dan Grieve, so thanks Dan for that. And as you can see, he's getting really consistent now, really sharpening up. We've got a couple of months until the World Championships in Ghana. So he's just really trying to sharpen up. This is a really important part of his game here. This is 20 minutes of what we do of pitching 30 to 40 yard shots. We tend to end up in his age category of golf. He's so long off the tee, we often end up on par fours with only 30 or 40 yards left into the greens. And previously it's something that's really it's ended up costing him, where we're not getting up and down enough from there to make birdie. So he's really been out just really controlling his wedges. You can see how he has his face open there, just getting that nice body turn and just really working on the feel of what that is, that sort of 30 to 40 yard range. So we'll work around 30 to 40 yards most of the time, because that tends to be what he has in. We will go up to 50 as well, but this one's just a sort of 30 to 40s. And as I say, the thing to sort of look here is just look at the face of the club. Never gets it turning over. It's just holding the face sort of open. Nice big body turn, and lands it nice and softly, rather than if he sort of closed that club off, he could get it to run and release out. You can see with that just stops. And now he's moving on to his 20-minute section of chipping. We'll do a couple of different chips here. You can see it's quite a little sort of tough little chip he's picked here for himself, which is up a slope, which you can't really see, but it was either sort of bumping it up the slope or playing a nice soft one and just trying to control so it doesn't release too much once it gets up there. As you can see, face is open, holding that face off, and sort of open body and just really cutting across that ball, but still making sure he's turning and not using too much arms. So you can see there, actually, that's the little slider where you get underneath it, which, to say, thankfully it doesn't happen too much for him on these shots. He's really consistent now with these. So underneath, and you can just see it landing lovely and soft. Now into the next sort of chipping section, you'll see these with a bit more green to play with. And you see that club face now actually turning through and beginning to shut. Turning over, that just enables him to release that ball a little bit more. And also you can see here, we're not taking any divots. It's something he's been working really hard on, because previously he was getting a bit steep and catching a leading edge. Here we're not getting too much shaft lean now, and just brushing that turf, which has just really helped the consistency of his strike, and it just rolls out in a very similar way each time, rather than stopping and spinning and doing all sorts of stuff like that. So I'd say just controlling that shaft lean, not too much, rolling it out. And then for the last 30 minutes he moves on to his putting practice, and here really we're just working on 6-footers, and then we've been working on 10, 20, 30 and 40 foot putts, just for speed control and just getting the pace. We watched a really interesting a podcast with Dr. Sasha McKenzie the other night, talking about putting and certain facts about putting, which is really interesting. That face doesn't the path of the putter doesn't actually affect putts that much. It's more to do with the face angle, so making sure the face is square, making sure that the speed of the putt's good, and obviously being a good green reader. And that's really what we're trying to work on now, just those simple things, and it is starting to sort of pay dividends. You can see with his lab, really easy for him to keep the face square, so thanks lab for that. And that's about it really. So that's his 90-minute short game session. Hope you enjoyed it.